7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Coming up, the Kels College of Business is packing up and moving to a new location in downtown Pittsburgh. But for some students, that move can mean a much longer journey to class. We'll tell you why.
Students at Pittsburg State got into the homecoming spirit Monday night, waiting up to an hour to get a freebie showcase on their Gorilla Pride. Caps 13 News starts right now. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Brayton Lind.
And I'm Ryan McCullough. But big things are happening in Pittsburgh with the complete renovation of the Best Hotel located at 121 East 4th Street. Best Hotel originally opened in 1927 and closed its doors in 1979 and has since sat vacant until recent plans to renovate the Best started in late 2018. Early 2019 with construction finally starting in mid-February of 2025. The purpose for these renovations? Student apartments. Field engineer for Crossland Construction, Dylan Holterman, says that they already have the floors planned out as well as how many apartments will be available once the project is finished.
There's 57 apartments, 60 beds. Once you get about the 8th floor and above, everything is 2-bed. 7 below till 7 to 2 is all single bedroom.
That includes fully finishing remodeling June and finally getting all of the furniture in July.
7, 6, 5, 4.
The business is on the move, a newer and better building. For those who can get to it, that is. Caps 13 reporter Brian McCullough has the story.
One of the biggest staples at Pittsburg State University of historic success. Home to a large portion of the international students at Pittsburg State University. The university as a whole has a total of almost 200 international students ranging from over 25 different countries any given year. One thing that's being talked about as they move the Kels College of Business to downtown Broadway is how these students will be affected by that decision.
When it's hot day, it's really hard to walk, and Pittsburgh is not built for a walker.
Obviously, it's not an easy thing for me because I don't have a car, and most of my friends also doesn't have a car. Well, so usually some of my friends gave us a ride. Yeah, that's the only way we can get there. Definitely yes, because sometimes it's really hard to find out where the bus is. I've tried once and I failed it, so yeah, definitely I would be late a lot and miss a lot.
This has been Ryan McCullough reporting for Caps 13. Homecoming week is officially underway at Pittsburg State. Students came out Monday night to celebrate the start of the week with festive kickoff event on campus. Students lined up to stuff their very own gorillas. One of the biggest hits at the event, once they got their plush, they found a seat and got to work, bringing their gorillas to life, adding some stuffing and a lot of old school spirit. But the fun didn't stop there. Students also enjoyed rides, games, and other activities that brought the campus community together. The homecoming kickoff set the tone for the week full of events leading up to Saturday's game. All celebration, what it means to be a gorilla.
Kind of like mid-semester, so it's actually the midterms week, so it's kind of in the middle. It's kind of everybody's kind of hitting a lull in the semester, so I think it's a good way to bring everybody back, kind of enjoy Pitt State Pride and get back into it. Good social time, get to know everybody and get back into it.
With students facing midterms and a busy semester, the homecoming kickoff offered a chance to relax, recharge, and celebrate some Gorilla Pride before the week full of events leading up to Saturday's game. Pittsburg State University's Office of Career Services will hold its annual Fall Career Fair on October 14th. Taking place in the Overman Student Center, the event will host a wide variety of employers for students to network with. Open to all majors, the career fair provides students with opportunities even beyond just finding a potential employer for now or the future. Career Development Office Director Kim Hull says that the career fair promotes career readiness skills, provides opportunities outside of just finding a potential employer.
So a big one when it comes to being career ready is just the skill of communication, whether that's verbal or written communication. So this is just a really great opportunity to practice that verbal communication skills. Have those one-on-one conversations with people in the room. You're right there in front of them. There's a lot going on, so it's a great opportunity to really test your focus and be able to talk in a professional environment.
Information and see a list of registered employers that will be at the fair on the Office of Career Development's website, careerdevelopment.pittsburgstate.edu.
Coming up, a student organization takes a break by hitting the court. That's next after the break.
Don't ignore the obvious signs. There are nearly 1,000 accidents every year at crossing equipped with active gates, which would suggest that drivers are distracted or disobeying the warning devices. Train your brain. According to the Federal Railroad Administration statistics, 2,257 highway rail grade crossing collisions happened in 2024. Of those, 264 were crossing fatalities. Train your brain, because this is one race where you will be stopped dead in your tracks.
We're back to that time of the year where we're sneezing, coughing, and spreading germs. Did you know that when you cough into the air, you can spread germs up to 6 feet away from you? No one wants to get sick, so let's take the proper precautions. Make sure that we're covering our cough or sneeze securely with our elbow, and that we're washing our hands on a regular basis. Don't be the reason that others get sick. Wash those hands and cover that cough.
Students with the organization Women at Work took a break from their busy schedules to hit the courts this week. Members met in a more fun, relaxing setting for a night of pickleball, where the group typically hosts guest speakers and networking workshops. This was a time to connect and unwind with some friendly competition. There was a good turnout for this event, bringing in a couple new members. Pickleball is a good way to get away from the stress of classes and spend an evening with your peers. Leaders say events like this help strengthen the sense of community and remind members that balance and connection are just as important as career preparation.
Women at Work is a women-led student organization that focuses on shattering the glass ceiling in the workforce. We have events, we have speakers come to campus, and we have a lot of team bonding activities. And then twice a year we have a big event. This November we're going to the Women in Business Conference in Topeka, where we'll get to network with a bunch of women professionals. And then in the spring every year we have our large Women at Work luncheon, where all community leaders who are women come and we talk about everything.
Women at Work plans to keep the momentum going with more events throughout the semester, from casual meetups like this one to career panels, all designed to help women find their voice, build confidence, and prepare for success beyond the classroom.
The magic of the movies has arrived in Joplin with the grand opening of a brand new B&B Theaters. This new addition brings healthy competition to the local entertainment scene, providing a new way to enjoy the latest blockbusters. Reporter Colin Hammonds takes us behind the scenes for a closer look at what this new theater has to offer.
B&B Theaters began back in 1924 when Elmer Bills purchased the Lyric Theater in Salisbury, Missouri. 100 years later, and Joplin 7 becomes the 58th location to open for this growing franchise. Bringing Hollywood to your hometown has always been a goal of B&B. Operations Manager J.C. Roberts gives us a little insight on what makes this theater special.
Entertainment. So there's not a whole lot in Joplin that has a bowling alley with a movie theater and an arcade. So we decided to bring something similar to that, like that in Joplin.
And as the sun begins to set and dusk is brought upon us, this theater shines their lights bright, and the party has all but just begun.
So we're going to do trivia then bingo, trivia then bingo. So every week we will do a trivia or bingo night.
Awesome. And are those typically themed with anything, or?
Sometimes it's music trivia, sometimes it's tonight's Office. I'm pushing for a Friends trivia because I love Friends.
What famous athlete does Michael claim to have been in a basketball game with?
Give me Andre Iguodala. Oh, looks like it's about showtime. Let's go grab our freshly popped popcorn. Absolutely cannot forget to butter it up. Then we'll make our way down to the magical grand screen. Just in time to silence those phones, kick back, and enjoy the magic of the movies. For Caps 13 News, I'm Colin Hammonds.
Fall's upon us, and with it, it comes all things pumpkin spice in the opening of 2 area pumpkin patches. Both Woods Farms and Old Yale Farms are open for the season. Our reporter Titus Conrad takes us out into the patch.
As leaves start falling, pumpkins are popping up everywhere. There are 2 pumpkin patches in our area, Woods Farms at the south end and Old Yale Farms at the north end. Old Yale farm owner Avery Hipful shared some insight on how a childhood dream turned into reality.
We opened to the public in 2018, but the idea came to us when I was in 3rd grade. I always loved going to pumpkin patches, and my dad came across this 10-acre property. It was covered in trees, but it had an old barn in it, and we were like, what could we do with this property? And so he's like, well, why don't we make it into a pumpkin patch? So by the time I was in 5th grade, we opened it up.
One teacher at Sprouts Preschool shares the memories her class makes on their yearly field trip to the patch.
I like to bring our classes out to the pumpkin patch because it's a break from our normal everyday routine. It gives the chance to run and explore and just participate in those hands-on activities in a different setting.
Avery shared some new attractions to the patch this year and the most popular ones.
New this year is an apple cannon. It's a cannon that shoots onions, actually, and we have an old school bus that they get to aim at. That's probably been our most popular attraction this year. We have a zip line and a petting zoo, and those are our big things that kids really enjoy.
It's very nice to see them continuously trying to improve what they have and build upon and make it just better for the kids and better for family entertainment.
Plans to expand the farm into other venues are in the works.
We would like to eventually get into a wedding venue and a winery. We're growing every year, adding new attractions, but those are our 2 main things we would like to get into.
For Caps 13, I'm Titus Conrad.
The community of Joplin showed out for the final quarterly Cars and Coffee event of the year. This is the 2nd straight year that the Epic Drives car rental in Joplin, along with their sponsors, have begun hosting Cars and Coffee. Different auto vendors and food vendors from around the area also come out to live up the atmosphere and add to the event of a ton of residents in the community. Showed up to support the occasion, and the best news, your dog is invited also. From the vintage trucks to flashy sports cars to street bikes, this event had it all. Co-owner of the Epic Drives, Ashley Negron, gives us a heartwarming look into why Cars and Coffee was started.
So we are collecting a $10 donation or a coat for kids this winter, and what we're going to do with all the money that we have raised is we're going to go purchase coats and then donate those to the Economic Security Corps here in the Joplin area, and they are kind of a hub for nonprofits in the area, and then they will go and distribute those to other nonprofits so that kiddos in the area don't go without a coat this winter.
Just one fun question, what's maybe your favorite make and model of car all time?
Oh man, I am a Ferrari girl, so anything that is a Ferrari, there's a beautiful red one down here, and so I just love anything that's a Ferrari, so yeah.
As the sun sets to conclude the year's final Cars and Coffee, the lights begin to turn on, the headlights. That is, dates for the next year's events are already established. For more information, visit the Cars and Coffee Facebook page. Coming up on Caps 13 News, bats are cracking in the Dunn Gutter Ridge Sports Complex as a local softball league hits the mound.
Here we see the humble event attendee. Nothing out of the ordinary. Until we take a closer look. This attendee isn't being safe.
Safe?
Yeah, safe.
How do I stay safe?
SAFE. You can stay safe by staying alert, always watching your drink, finding a friend, and having an exit plan.
I think I need a ride home. Can you help me?
Of course, I'll take you anytime.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Pittsburgh Parks and Recreation continues to promote community and physical activity with their Fall Adult Softball League. Reporter Trinity Haynes gives us a look into what this league looks like.
I think you should absolutely join, like I said.
For over 20 years, the Pittsburgh Parks and Recreation Department has hosted teams of adults to play softball, building community and giving players a fun and healthy way to stay active alongside their friends or family. Andrea Scheibe, Director of Athletics at Pittsburgh Parks and Recreation, tells us that the softball league is already a successful venture, with people gathering on Tuesdays and Wednesdays during the season to play.
We usually have anywhere between 8 to 10 teams on either night, so roughly I think this is probably one of the best ways to stay active outside of our new pickleball courts. But the people who are out here are fresh from college. You can start as early as 16 years old, and we have some seniors out here that are over 70 out here playing and still love the game.
Kinsley DeRossett is a PSU alumni and former PSU softball player. The Adult Softball League is a way for her to continue playing after college and continue her passion for the sport.
Well, I went to Pitt State, played softball at Pitt State, and I played softball since I was 4 years old, so I guess I refuse to hang up the cleats a little bit, and I get to continue to play the sport that I fell in love with as a little kid. So.
The Adult Softball League even provides people with an opportunity to create lasting friendships and new connections.
I mean, you meet a lot of friends and lifelong friends and people that you hang out with now on the weekends and all that. So.
The Softball League is open for all Pittsburgh residents 16 and older. You can sign up or learn more on the City of Pittsburgh website, pitks.org. For Caps 13, I'm Trinity Haynes.
Pittsburg State University has a rich tradition of athletics, and the newer university club sport is looking to become the next great program. The Pittsburg State Wrestling Club is looking to become the newest guerrilla athletic team. They currently practice at Alpha Fitness, located in downtown Pittsburgh. The team hopes to get a mat and move on campus sooner and expand their numbers. The MIAA conference currently has 6 teams and is looking to add more. The guerrilla wrestling team could find a competitive home quickly. Ryan McCullough got to talk to the team member Dorian Fredericks about his experience on the team and why students should join.
I think you should absolutely join. Like I said, great mentally, great physically, but there's also just like, you can be friends and family with somebody, but there's a different like bond whenever you're wrestling someone or someone that's on your team. There's just like, you've been through the trenches with each other, so you know, like you can bond over that.
Students across the campus are a part of many different extracurricular activities. Caps 13 reporter Jude Nacarado sat down with the captain of the esports team to talk future of esports at Pittsburg State.
For most college students, extracurricular activities are very important. Whether it's joining a club team, organizing a student government, or just hanging out with friends, college students find it important to have something to do after their classes. At Pitt State, many extracurriculars are provided to students, but there's one extracurricular opportunity at Pitt State that is newer to the college.
I am Gabriel Cozart. I'm the esports coordinator here at Pitt State.
The Esports League of Pitt State is a group that contains around 40 people. Daniel Cozart, the esports coordinator of Pitt State, started the first competitive esports league at Pitt State in 2015, where they played League of Legends. To get a better understanding of why people join, the captain of the Rainbow Six Siege players was interviewed.
What made you want to join the esports team?
I haven't really been able to play the game very often recently, so I kind of decided this would probably be a good way to do it.
And what kind of games do you like to play for the esports team?
For the esports team, specifically R6, I would like to be able to play either Overwatch or Marvel Rivals when they do end up coming out with that. But
Now,
in just their second
the
year as the
esports team
program,
competes in a
the Pittsburg State
plethora of
women's soccer team is quickly making its mark in the MIAA. With an 8-1-1 record, the Gorillas have been dominant defensively, going 4 straight weeks holding both opponents in each match to under 10 combined shots, including back-to-back games allowing 0 shots. Strong team chemistry and disciplined play have helped the Gorillas emerge as one of the league's most improved teams.
Yeah, it's been good. I mean, I think the biggest thing is like we got time in the spring for the returning players from last year. They got some time together. So this year when we came into the fall, it wasn't like a completely new team. It was, this group's just really bought in and they've worked their tail off.
Brandsetter says that the effort has built a strong foundation for the program's future. The Gorillas now look to continue their momentum through MIAA play.
St. Mary's Colgan headed north, looking to continue their dominance with a win over Uniontown last Friday night into what a game of 2 districts for the Panthers. On the very first play of scrimmage, senior Clayton Adamson took it to the distance where the Panthers ultimately never looked back. Adamson added 4 more touchdowns to his name as Colgan defeated Uniontown 55-6. Head coach Sean Seamatter says he was pleased with the energy that the team showed throughout the night.
I loved the energy and the passion that we played with early. Thought we executed at a really high level. You know, we scored on the first offensive play of the game, which is always a good sign. I thought it was well blocked, well executed. Just the energy we started off the game with, and then the way we executed in all phases of the game.
Colgan will look to kick off their homecoming with a win over Jayhawk Lynn tomorrow night.
A different sound was coming from downtown Pittsburgh. That's next when Cap 13 returns.
Whether it's day or night, staying safe on campus starts with a few simple steps. Keep your phone charged. In case of an emergency, you can always phone a trusted friend or family member, but a dead battery can't call for help. Walk with a friend when heading out after dark. There's safety in numbers. And most importantly, stay alert. Keep your eyes up, headphones down, and trust your gut. Your safety is your power, so use it smart.
Energy drinks feel like the answer. But too much caffeine leads to jitters, anxiety, and the crash. Real energy comes from balance, hydration, rest, and healthy habits. Don't crash. Choose balance.
We're back to that time of the year where we're sneezing, coughing, and spreading germs. Did you know that when you cough into the air, you can spread germs up to 6 feet away from you? No one wants to get sick, so let's take the proper precautions. Make sure that we're covering our cough or sneeze securely with our elbow, and that we're washing our hands on a regular basis. Don't be the reason that others get sick. Wash those hands and cover that cough.
Students and community members came together for a night of music, food, and dancing, all in celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month. Reporter Ava Chambers shows us how the organization of Hispanics today turned the Greenway into a lively spot of Latin night.
Sunday evening, the organization Hispanics of Today hosted Latin Night at the Greenway in downtown Pittsburgh. The event featured music, dancing, games, and delicious food, giving everyone a taste of Hispanic culture and community. The celebration was open to both Pitt State students and community members, creating an atmosphere full of energy, connection, and cultural pride.
My name is Joana Rivera Ramos. I am president of Hispanics of Today, and we are here at Latin Nights, really celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. It is coming to the end. We celebrate it from September 15th through October 15th. We've had a lot of different events so far. Our biggest one was this last Friday, La Celebración, the biggest event of the year, really trying to connect with PSU students and really sharing our heritage and our roots, our vibrant music and our food, but also bringing in the community as well, because we do have a pretty big population of Hispanic people here, so we want them to feel welcome and really just get to share and be together in this month.
Events like this highlight the importance of celebrating diversity on campus and within the Pittsburgh community.
This is our third Latin night during the semester, 3 or 4. So when the Greenway wanted to collaborate, I was very excited. I was like, I'm down for it. And the next one is going to be November 1st. and that's going to be the last one for the fall semester, and we're going to offer movie night, and it's going to be Coco movie in Spanish with English subtitles. So our goal is to bring Pitt State students and the community, the Hispanic community, here at the Greenway.
For Caps 13 News, I'm Ava Chambers.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Ryan McCullough.
And I'm Brayton Lynn. From all of us at Caps 13, have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you next time.